Abby. I'm a student physical therapist at the University of Cincinnati. Is it alright if I work with you today?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so we're going to do a couple of tests to look at how our arteries and our veins are working in our body. So how well our blood is getting to our heart and then away from our heart. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Alright, so the first two are just finding your pulse. So we're going to do one pulse that's behind your knee and then another pulse that is behind your ankle down here. So we're going to start with the knee one. So for this one, I'm going to have you lay on your stomach on the table. And then I'm going to put 2 fingers behind your knee right here, find your pulse, and then I can tell you what that number is for you. Does that sound all right?
Sound good.
All right, so I'm going to have you face down on the table. And I will actually have if you wouldn't mind propping your feet up right here. Good, just so that you can relax there. And then I'm going to get my timer ready so that I can time it for 15 seconds. So I'm going to do it on this left leg here. So I just want you to relax. I'm going to take a minute and find that pulse. Okay, and then once I got it, I'm going to start my timer for 15 seconds. All right, and I got 15. So that would be a pulse of 60. So that doesn't raise any red flags for me, so that's awesome. And then the next one is going to be behind your ankle. So I'll actually just have you stay seated there for me. And then I'm going to come down to your ankle. If you could scoot back that way and have your leg kind of propped up so it's off the ground but still going down. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to move you a little bit. All right, so is it all right if I take it down here?
Sure.
All right, so we're going to do the same thing again. So I'll just hold it for 15 seconds and you can just relax. So I'm going to go ahead and find my timer again. And then I'm going to find that pulse right here on the inside of your ankle. And then once I find it, I'm going to go ahead and start. All right, and there I got 16, so that would be 64. So that doesn't raise any red flags either. So you can go ahead and sit back there for me. So those were just a couple pulses just to see how the blood's flowing again to and from our heart. Make sure it's getting all the way down to our feet and everywhere else in our body. So the next one is going to be the saphenous vein percussion test. So this one is specifically going to look at a vein in our leg. So for this one, once we're ready, I'll have you stand up and then I'm going to look at a vein that runs on the inside of our leg right here. So I'm going to put my hands on the top of your thigh and then down below your knee, if that's all right with you. Is that all right?
Yep.
And then what I'm going to do is just tap up high and then I'm going to see if I feel anything down low to see how that vein is flowing. So if anything feels irregular to me, it might indicate something is wrong with the valve in that vein, so the blood isn't getting back to our heart like it's supposed to be, so we'd want to dive into that further. So whenever you're ready, if you'll stand up. So I'm going to put my hand, perfect, thank you. So this one is going to go up here high on the thigh where that saphenous vein runs. This one's going to go down low. I'm going to tap with this top one. All right, and I don't feel anything down here. If it was a positive sign, I would feel kind of a wave under my fingers, but I don't feel anything, so I don't think there's anything wrong with the valves in that vein. So that's a great sign. So you can go ahead and sit down for me. All right, the last test we're going to do is called the intermittent claudication test. So this one is going to look at our arterial blood supply. So basically how well we can get blood from our heart to the rest of our body. So this is specifically going to look at getting it from our heart down to our lower leg when we're walking. So we're on a treadmill right now. Have you ever been on a treadmill before?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So we're going to use this to walk at a nice, slow, comfortable pace. And then we're going to see if we have any pain in our calves, which might indicate that intermittent claudication. So what we're going to do is I have this gait belt on you, so I'll hold on to it once we start. But we're going to hit 1 mile per hour for the speed on the treadmill. And then once we hit start, you will walk at that comfortable pace. And what I want you to do is let me know if you have any pain in your calf. And as soon as you do, we'll stop it and then we will end the test there.
Okay.
Then we're just going to record the time it takes to get to that pain. So I'm going to have my timer on my watch. And then, are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
All right. And then there's also this emergency plug right here. So if you pull that at any point, it'll stop the treadmill for
Okay.
you. So you can hold on to that if that makes you feel more comfortable as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. And then I want you to start walking at that 1 mile per hour. Perfect. And then I just want you to let me know if you feel any pain in your calf. And then we'll stop it right when you feel that.
Oh,
All right.
my
So
calf.
I stopped the treadmill there. Perfect. So then I had 14 seconds for that time. So I'm going to go ahead and record that for us. And essentially that just tells us we do have some issues with our arteries getting blood down to our legs. So we're going to want to look at that further and we can see what we can do about that.
Okay.